I know my eyes have seen better days. It takes me way more time to cover up the lines, and my little fingers crooked as can be, from the football that I played with the boys when I was 8.
Paula, Julian Lee make up Jetty Road. Now, the album out is Because We Can, and because they can, they're bringing out a new single, Bumps and Bruises. Now, Darren, when I first heard this, I thought Bumps and Bruises, they've got toddlers. It's going to be about bumps and bruises on kids, but it's not. So talking to us tonight is Paula. Hi, Paula. No bumps and bruises from the kids, is it?
Absolutely not. This song actually stemmed from the changes that we've had through parenthood. Now, with Julian as well, but Lee and I especially, being new mums, we're mentally and physically, through a lot of changes that happen. We really, felt that with our type of job that we have, especially being out there in the world and our images out in the world, we really wanted to sort of address this in a song and write something about the self-acceptance that we all need to probably bring ourselves to the fact that this whole social media thing that we're living at the moment and this selfie generation, and everyone's putting out this really perfect picture themselves, and it's actually not real. And especially when we're up late at night changing nappies, feeding kids, all that sort of stuff, it just didn't seem real to us, and we really wanted to put something out there that just represented us and just the ordinary person, everyday person.
Well, when we have a look at, as you said, like social media, it is such a huge part of the entertainment industry and actually a huge part of life these days. And what you're saying there is we're now looking at life through filters. But something that you and Paula and Jetty Road as a whole that have done all the way through have shown us the real side. We don't see you guys in the perfect picture with the filters all the time. We see you with the kids and, 1 minute your hair's a mess, because that's what happens. That's life. It's really good that a band like yourselves can come out and have the popularity of all the fans and to say, hey guys, this is us and this is who we are. We don't have to have those filters.
Yeah, exactly right. And I'm glad you say that, Tracy, because we're glad to represent that. We don't want to feel like we're putting this unreal image out there, because I don't think it does any good for people at all. That's probably one of the reasons I love Casey so much, is she's just herself. She doesn't care about that stuff, and I think that's why people also just love her, not just her music, but just her. They've embraced her. And it's funny because we've actually just released a video clip. We were planning the video for this song, and originally the inspiration was about us as parents for writing this song, but when we decided to think about ideas for the clip, all of a sudden it just morphed into this. We realised that this was a song for everyone, and it was more about the bumps and bruises that you've had throughout your life, and the good and bad decisions that you've done, and the heartaches and the heartbreaks that you've had, and people's faces, they're insecure about the lines and the wrinkles and the scars. But what we're trying to say in this song is that makes you unique, that makes you who you are, and it makes you interesting. And you shouldn't want to erase that, because we don't want to all look like a carbon copy of each other. You shouldn't. And just try and embrace that, because there is beauty in imperfection, and that's what we really need to remember.
Well, speaking of imperfection, I'm here. And in 2015, Jetty Road released the album Hearts on Fire, and I can picture the group getting together before they toured with that album. They all got together and it was easy. There was no problems. They could schedule it. Tell us how you go about scheduling a rehearsal now, Paula.
I can't remember what I did with my time before I had kids, and that's a cliche. Everyone says it, but seriously, I can't remember. To sit down and write songs for this album, Darren, we had to put them with a babysitter or have an afternoon off where they give them to the grandparents or put them in daycare so we could actually sit down and write. And even in that point in time, did we have the headspace and we weren't dead tired to then sit there and be able to want to write? It was a really hard process, and even doing rehearsals for this release of the album, it's been really hard.
Well, we love Jetty Road and we love the way that people support them. If they want to follow them, the easiest way to do is social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can get on the websites, do everything that you need to do. The new album is out now. It's called Because We Can. You can do that, get hold of that. You know where to do that, folks. And if you need to drop them a line, get in touch with them and say, I want to do this. And, of course, you'll be able to follow where they're around the place And the big one in Tamworth next year at the Capitol Theatre, and we'll talk about that. I'm sure we'll catch up before Tamworth next year. But we tonight are going to play this tribute to the imperfection in the world, those things. It's called Bumps and Bruises. Paula, send our love to Lee and Julian. You know, we're always thinking about you guys, and we love you to death here at Sunshine FM, and we look forward to catching up again real soon.
And don't forget, we have to mention that it is reporting week this week. The album is out, so if you want to get out there, it's in JB Hi-Fi, Sanity, all that sort of stuff, but get out there and purchase the album today or Friday, because they're in their reporting week, and this is when, because they're up against some pretty big guns.
Yeah, this is the small guys. They're not against those big ones from overseas and everything. Come on, do your bit.
That's the one, so get out there and do that. As we said, here is Jetty Road and Bumps and Bruises.
All these bumps and bruises, my broken heart has cried like a river, like a river. You might see the fault lines, but I feel